morning, students. Our topic is silhouettes. Before starting silhouettes, I would like to quickly go through the elements and principles of designs, which we have already discussed in the class. Basically, we have 5 elements of designs. In some books, you might read 7 elements of design. In some books, you might read 4 elements of design. But these 5s are the basic elements of design. We have line, color, shape, texture, form, space, and these elements of designs are known as building blocks of any design. Actually, when a designer or an artist want to create a design, he or she might use line. First of all, he will start with a line. Whatever design somebody wants to create has to use a line. Once the design is ready, then the designer wants to fill it with color. Let's say he wants to draw an flower like this. So what the designer has done, the designer has used lines to create and design. Then the designer, what will the designer do? Designer will start filling it with color because it is looking a blank design. He wants to use some colors according to his choice. Like if he wants to design a dress for a girl, so he might prefer a pink color, purple color. Then the third element is a texture. He might go for a texture according to the appearance, according to the choice of the customer. Then he will go for the shape. As you can see, our design, our flower is a 2D shape. If the designer want to create a 3D figure, then he or she might go for a form. Then the space is an element of the design. So actually what the designer has to do is to use all the elements in a proper manner. But main thing, after the element of design comes the principle of design. He or she has to use the principles of design in a proper manner, like balance, rhythm, emphasis, proportion. As we have already discussed in the class, balance, we have 3 type of balance: formal symmetrical balance, informal asymmetrical balance, and the radial balance, which is for 3D figures and the circular designs. Rhythm is the repetition of the figure, repetition, or you can see the gradation or the position, etc., etc. Emphasis is something you want to create attention. If you want to create some attention on a particular thing, then you might go for emphasis. Then the proportion is, I think proportion is means the size of the design according to the whole object. What should be the size of the object? But we have elements and principles of design. But first thing comes to the mind of a designer is the person for whom he wants to create a design. The size of the person varies. He might be thinner, he might be bulkier, he might be shorter. The person might be having a good height. He might be having a fair complexion, he might be having a dark complexion. So silhouettes plays an important role in designing. You have elements of design, you have principles of design, but you must be having the person outlook. I think you must be clear what your person should be wearing. For this, silhouettes plays an important role because silhouettes is the something shape of the object, shape of the person.